Welcome back to Pacific Drive. It's been a little while since we played this together, and I've made some progress. In fact, I've made so much progress that over here on the tech tree, most of the things that remain for me to unlock require unstable energy, which is something I have never collected. Like this one requires stable energy, and it's actually probably the next thing I'm going to grab, the Investigator module, which I should tell you a little bit about that. This is a feature that I hadn't really understood the last time we played. This is a feature that lets us basically investigate minor quirks with the vehicle. And my mind is blown that they integrated this feature into the game at all, because they already had a feature for just keeping the vehicle in good repair, like looking at the status of different parts of the vehicle and either repairing them or replacing them. And honestly, I would have felt like that would have been good enough. But no, they've actually got a system in this game where, in fact, I think I've got one of these visible, if I can remember how it works. Let me start the car. So, yeah, check this out. Every time I turn on the windshield wipers, do you notice something? The fuel gauge moves with them. That's a quirk that wasn't in the car. That wasn't happening with the car when I first got it. That's a quirk that the car acquired as a part of just being this weird haunted car. And so you can come in here and you can basically say, when the wipers are switched, while they're on, the fuel gauge fails. And I've already guessed this one, so I think it might actually, I'm not going to make the guess because I think it might actually cost me one of my limited guesses if I just re-guess something that I already know. But yeah, basically you can sort of try to describe to this computer what behavior you're seeing in the vehicle, and then and then you can sort of, it'll give you sort of a set of resources that you need to consume in order to fix it. But some of them are cute, like that fuel gauge problem. Not really a problem. It's just a neat thing the car does, so I just decided to keep that one rather than fixing it. But you can get other weird things. Like I had a thing going for a while where whenever I turned on the headlights, the tailgate would pop open. And that was a little bit more annoying. That made me feel vulnerable and strange. And so I fixed that one. So that one doesn't happen anymore. But what a fascinating feature to put in this game, because, I mean, you know, like I said, like if I had just encountered this game and it hadn't had that feature and all you did was maintain the car in the ways we've discussed before, that would have felt like enough car repair feature. You know, like I wouldn't have felt like something was missing. But having this weird behavior in the car enhances the texture of this game so much, and it just gives it this sense of character that I just didn't even imagine was possible. And I love that somebody had this idea and then saw it all the way through to completion. And, you know, that had to be an expensive feature, because every single one of these quirks probably required, like, dedicated work to sort of, like, make it actually happen. Somebody spent a lot of time on this that they could have spent on something else, and probably sometimes felt like, should I be working on something else? But no, this is totally worth it, and it just makes me love the game all the more. Anyway, I do have a little bit of limited time today. I can't spend 2 hours playing the game, so let's get started. No, on my says, wait a minute, my car does that. They're not supposed to do that? Yeah, no, so, I mean, it does kind of make it feel a little bit like a normal car, because, like, you know, my car, the clock is visible 5% of the time. You know, I don't know why the 5% that it works, why it works those times and not other times. But it does make it feel a little bit like a real car. Anyway, so because I do not yet have access to unstable energy, I'm feeling like I should progress the story, because I've collected so much crap over the past little while. Like my cabinets are almost completely full. Me just going around and just scavenging and building up my car, it's starting to have diminishing returns. And since I've got limited time today anyway, what I'll try to do is get out to this second area as quickly as I can. Last time we went 2 steps. I screwed around in the first area as much as I possibly could before moving on. We won't do that this time. I probably will try to stop and grab energy to make sure I can get out if I need to get out. But otherwise, I'll try to get here quickly, and we'll see, you know, what kinds of stuff is happening. So this is my second trip to this town. And this town is actually, you know, we talked a little bit last episode about how much of this game is procedurally generated. The town is one of the areas that is the least procedurally generated. Like, I think there are elements of it that are still randomized, but because you return to this town multiple times to tell different parts of the story, I think they really wanted to make sure that the town was consistent and reliable, and they could do the things with it that they needed to do. But that sort of stability is fairly localized in this game. Almost everything else is still extremely procedurally generated. So, okay, we can either go anomalous clouds or malfunctioning mess. Now, malfunctioning mess has slightly more things I've never scanned before. So if we do see something new that I don't think I've scanned, maybe we'll stop there and check it out. I don't know what malfunctioning mess actually means. Maybe it's things that are going to break my car. So the Ploff in my chat has been playing this game longer than I have now. He started playing it because he saw it on my stream, but because I actually play games so little compared to maybe what you would think I would do, he has gotten way ahead of me. So, okay, so I think what I want to do is take the right-hand path and stop at all of these. I don't necessarily need to grab this one, I don't think, though. I don't know. These are small sources of energy. Actually, let's try to hit all the energy on their way out, because these are small sources of energy. Energy is one of the most valuable things that you can get here because it's really what unlocks your tech tree. And the more of it I get, the safer I am for wanting to escape if I need to escape for some reason. But I'm going to try to not stop. Now, one thing I usually try to do, but I think I'll skimp on a little bit this time, is at least the first couple of cars that I encounter, I still strip those because I come in with no resources at all. But things like, basic things like your scrapper, if you need to fix it or replace it, I guess actually just replace it, there's no fixing it. Things like your scrapper require a certain amount of scrap metal, and like basic repairs and stuff like that, if you need to make them, require scrap metal. Okay, Plasma seems more valuable. It's worth a little bit of a stop, and it's quick. So we'll just, coil. So we'll grab that. Wait, I forgot to set the I forgot to set the parking brake. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's what you get for not playing a game for a week. You forget how games work. Didn't I get an achievement earlier for doing the opposite of that? For, like, trying to drive with the parking brake on? It's not the parking brake, it's the parking gear. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I mean. Because they're treating this as, it's a manual, but it's got park, which park is usually on an automatic, and it's just an anomalous car, generally. So whatever, I'll call things what I want. Shush. Yes, I'm gonna avoid scavenging those vehicles, even though I super want to, because we are on a schedule. We're here to accomplish something. We're here to make progress. Oh, so the Ploff says that once he actually had a quirk on his car that made the basically park would not stay on as long as the headlights were on. Park would not work. Which that actually sounds like it would be really, really difficult to control your car. So basically, you could not stop and leave your headlights on. You had to always turn your headlights off. Oh man, it is so hard for me not to stop there. Oh wait, I just passed my goal. Hold on a second. I was going to get a couple of things of energy over here, and I completely skipped them. Here I am acting like I'm going to be all efficient, and I'm now backtracking. What's wrong with me? Okay. The problem is, like, this game is pretty good at encouraging me. What the heck? Do I have a bunny on me? I think I might have a bunny. Do I have a bunny, or is it just... No, I think that whirlwind... I think that whirlwind acts like a bunny. I think that whirlwind actually... You know, I may not have scanned that whirlwind. I might need to scan that whirlwind when we go back. So I'm gonna stop here because I think... Yeah, this is probably the closest spot on the road. This is probably the closest spot on the road to the energy source. So I'm going to run down here, try to grab the energy. Anyway, the thing I was saying was I wasn't paying attention to my marker. There's so many games where you just basically only stare at your marker at all times. Whoa, this is intense radiation. Holy crap. Okay. I don't know what that deal... Oh, I can see it now. Okay, well, let's not do that again. There are so many games where if you've got a marker on the screen, that's all you're looking at, right? And you just like basically make a beeline for it. This game does such a good job of, number one, giving you sort of an interesting shaped world to navigate, so you can't just make a beeline to things, and also just grounding you physically in the world. Like, everything feels very tactile and physical, that you end up, it's easy to actually lose sight of the elements of the game, the elements of the UX that could be non-immersive, you know, that could sort of take you out of the immersion. It's really easy to actually lose sight of those rather than losing sight of your immersion in the game, which is kind of cool. I feel like that's kind of a cool accomplishment. Because usually, like, gamers will often complain that, like, if you provide them with those kinds of, like, UI aids at all, you know, gamers will often complain that, like, it just takes them out of immersion no matter what. They can't immerse themselves while that's present. Here, let me try to scan this thing. It's called a left-right. Okay. So, yeah, I guess it probably did just scramble what my car's controls were. But yeah, so the fact that, you know, they can give me, like, UI helps like that, and it doesn't actually break anything for me. Like, I still stay immersed, and I still, you know, don't have the same struggles. Oops. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so let's pick this stuff up. Pick this stuff up. And then... What is this noise? Not happy about this noise at all. Alright, more energy. Hopefully things won't get too intense. I think the left-right is actually kind of getting closer, maybe? Or is it growing? Oh, the abductor. I attracted the abductor. Okay, let's get in the car before... So I can at least drive a little bit. Oh, wait. I said drive a little bit. Nope. Let me go. Oh, gosh! No! What? Okay. Okay, wow! The abductor had a plan! Like... I just hit the gas, and that abductor dragged me up that ramp. I'm not going to stop here. The abductor basically dragged me up the ramp. That was amazing, actually. I wish I could get, like, an external view of that or something. Oh, wait, do I have a bunny? What's going on? What the heck is going on? Hey, stop. What is going on? Is there a bunny on me? No. Okay, so... It must be that something about the special feature of the zone that we saw on the map at the beginning. Like, I don't feel like I got too close to any particular hazards there. I think that... Oh, here's another spot. I think that it could just be that just this world is just occasionally screwing with my car. Of course, I mean, this is one of the more subtle anomalies, so it could easily be that this anomaly is just... I am hitting it more often than I realize I'm hitting it. Okay. So I'm going to move on from where I am, just in case something wants to chase me. But there is another energy source real close, so I don't actually want to go very far. Oh, okay. This is a thing we should always stop for. This is a pneumatic tube thingy. And that's some of the most valuable loot in the game comes from those. So, lots of like, customizable options, that sort of thing, come out of those things. Alright. I think I can go. Yeah. Okay, so there should be another anchor up here somewhere. But the Plath was complimenting the Dukes of Hazzard jump that we just did, which is, yeah, I wish I had kept my eyes on the windshield a little bit better. Like, I was basically, like, sort of just staring at my own lap while we were doing that, which, you know, is a little bit less exciting. But at least we all could kind of imagine what was going on, right? You can kind of feel it in your gut, what was going on with that jump. Oh, okay. Well, oh, excuse me? Can I just wait for this to... Oh, wait, no, my car's insulated. That's right. So I've got all of these, like... The surface of my car is now made out of insulated panels, which means I am affected by electricity, but I'm not damaged nearly as much by it as I normally would be. I believe is the situation. Brindley says I have a pretty high-tech ride for an apocalypse. Yeah, so this is a different kind of apocalypse. Like, this is not an apocalypse that's like... the world has collapsed. Oh, by the way, I could probably, like, get rid of my marker here. Can I get rid of my marker? Oh, remove waypoint is that button. Okay. This isn't the kind of apocalypse like the world ended. This is the kind of apocalypse like in Stalker, where a certain area has got weird stuff going on in it. And actually, the weird stuff is actually a little bit helpful when it comes to wanting to do, like, mad science. Like, the things that you find in this weird zone actually make it easier to invent strange things. So if anything, this is exactly the car you should expect to see in this area. Wait, wait, I'm going slowly. What's going on? Oh, ooh. I think one of my tires is busted. Hold on. Yeah, we got a flat tire. So I think I did bring a sealing kit with me. Yes, sealing kit. Okay, cool. So let's seal it. All right, now we're going to be going much better. That's the kind of, like, car maintenance that I always expected to be doing in this game while I was playing it. Just like, oh, what's wrong with my car? Something feels off. And then you go out and you make a little fix, and it's good. Brindley says, sounds like a Stephen King novel. Yeah, I think that's a good example. I think it also sounds like a, specifically like Stalker, which is, I think, one of the inspirations for this place. Reminds me a little bit of Annihilation, too, which is a cool thing to check. By the way, if you have not seen the movie Annihilation, it's trippy. I think there's probably a couple of little tweaks I might have made to the ending, if it were up to me. But otherwise, it's a gorgeous, terrifying, weirdly disturbing movie by Alex Garland, who's one of my favorite filmmakers. My favorite work of his is actually Devs, which is a TV series on Hulu. It probably is on Disney Plus in the UK, if that's where you are. But it's really, really good. One of my favorite TV shows I've ever seen of all time. Gets into just sort of questions about fate, determinism, free will, but not in the pedestrian way that most things do. It gets into it in a really weirdly intelligent way, which made me very happy. Okay, so we got through that area. Let's get to our story zone, and yeah, we've still got an hour left, which is good. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in this mission, but whatever it is, I think we got time to deal with it, so that'll be good. So Sinister Playcast, got any good ideas for the driving mechanics from this game? State of Decay 2 has some of the most satisfying driving experiences out of most hybrid games. It'd be cool to see the car take a bigger role in State of Decay 3. Well, I can't tell you any of our thoughts about State of Decay 3, obviously. But, I mean... Yeah, there's no but. I can't tell you anything. I tried to think through things I could say, and I just honestly couldn't come up with a single thing. All right. We don't have enough energy to leave.
There's a whole lot standing between where we are and the deep zone. Like another wall, and the entire mid-zone, for starters. It's not as simple as driving there. We can't control the instability any more than we can control the weather. At the height of LIM R&D, thousands of us lived and worked here in the zone. So we built LIM stabilizers to make certain sectors and roads a little more predictable than others. It was the only way we could operate as a live research compound despite the instability. And yes, the same technology that destabilized the landscape in the first place. LIM technology was always a double-edged sword from the beginning. We're going to put those stabilizers to work and clear you a path. The old observation towers surrounding Sierra ought to have a map of the stabilizers in that sector. Mind swinging by and finding one?
Okay, so I assume... Okay, so she's telling me that I need to go here. And there is a source of energy here which might push me over the edge. So I think normally what I would do, since this is a pacified zone, and so I can get all the energy, I could take my time here and it's not going to cause the storm. And so what I would normally do if I was playing by myself with all the time in the world is grab all of the energy first before I did anything else and scavenge like crazy. Let's not do that here on the air. Instead, now this looks like it's up on a hill. So I'm going to go grab this energy first because it's close by and I really want to make sure that I have the wherewithal to escape. Especially if I need to, like, if something goes terribly wrong and I need to beat a hasty retreat. But then once I've done that, I'm going to backtrack and follow the instructions for the mission. And because I think it might not be quite enough, but I think that'll be enough energy to push me over the limit. And that seems worthwhile. Also, oh, here's a little place to scavenge. You know what? It's got plasma, which is, you know, feels valuable to me. So let's grab this real quick. For some reason, I honestly, it's not like I've got a lot of recipes that require plasma. The reason that I always go for plasma is because it's shiny. That's the only reason. Like, I don't have... Oh, wait, no, not I don't want to do that. I don't have another reason. By the way, this cabinet here, you can use the impact hammer to open it. In fact, I get the impression that the impact hammer can be used to open absolutely anything that the pry bar can open. But the pry bar is cheaper to construct than the impact hammer. The impact hammer requires rarer resources, like the gas canister that I got out of this cabinet. And so because it requires rarer resources, you generally want to use it... Oh, what the heck? Why are there suddenly tires all over the place? I mean, yeah, I'm going to grab a spare tire just in case. I mean, I used my only sealing kit. So it makes sense for me to try to hold on to a spare tire if I can. Let's drop everything else here in. I don't know if I want to carry multiple spare tires. That'll take up a lot of space. But yeah, so basically, I think the pry bar can open certain things. And the impact hammer can open all the same things, plus additional things. But the impact hammer takes more, it costs more to build. And so you could just never carry a pry bar again as long as you have an impact hammer, if that's how you want to prioritize stuff. If you want to prioritize... conserving space in your inventory. You can totally do it that way. But if what you prioritize is resources, then you can carry both and just only use, and then use the impact hammer only for the things that require the impact hammer. Like the door of that house did. What the heck? What was that? I'm not sure what that was. And I'm scared. I mean, that could have just been a weird audio thing. Oh, wait. Why is that? Oh, is it just up there by chance? Okay, yeah, it's just up there by chance. So it's just because I happened to place the point in that exact spot, it appeared up on top of the pipe when actually my destination is down here. That's kind of funny. They don't bind it to the terrain. They bind it to whatever happens to be above. It's like they cast it down from the sky. That's pretty funny. Oh, by the way, Otto, you asked a question, a general industry question earlier, and I saw it, but I wasn't... I feel like I need to think a lot about it to give you a good answer, and so I didn't try to do it while I was playing this game. I hope that's okay. And I honestly, I don't know if I even will have a good answer to it, because it's about the game's business, and I don't feel well versed enough in the games, in like the business side of games, to always give people really solid answers about that sort of thing. There are definitely developers out there who think about that stuff a lot, who can give better answers to that sort of thing than I can. I do tend to be the type who it's like, I'm probably never going to start my own like indie studio, for instance, because I think of myself as purely, creative staff, and not somebody who's just got a whole ton of business acumen. That's a whole different skill that has nothing to do with knowing how to make a good video game. And some people have both. I mean, people, are allowed to have multiple skills. Some people are good at making video games and good at the business side of things. But I do not think of myself as being one of those people. So there's a lot of areas where, I could give you my perspective, but I don't think it would be any more valuable than anyone else's. Gotta turn on my fan. It's starting to be spring, which means it's not always freezing cold every day. So I actually need to rely on my fan a little bit more. I think I might be... Okay, I'm almost to the branch in the road. It's weird just driving through those clusters of rocks. Like, at first I always avoided them, and then I realized that they don't actually hurt. They're like the anomaly that hurts you the least. So I just drive straight through them now, act like they're not there. Oh, so Daniel Stretulch, or Stretulch? I don't know. Daniel Stretulch says that it's interesting that they use the a hammer icon for the impact hammer rather than a representation of the tool itself. And actually, that's worth looking at, because they actually put a lot of work into this question, to what the icons for things should be. So look at this, for instance, rubber is a duck. And you're never actually finding physical rubber ducks in the world. You're just finding things that are made out of rubber, all kinds of different... I think that, in fact, it looks like... I'm trying to remember what rubber looks like. I think it's like like rubber tubing wrapped around a spool or something like that. I don't really remember for sure. But it's not a duck. That's not what you're picking up. Duct tape looks like duct tape. But, you're not picking up screws when you're picking up scrap metal. You're just picking up scrap metal. The glass looks like little clusters of glass. But this here looks like a wine glass. But I think what they're doing is they're trying to connect the icons to the words linguistically. They're trying to get you to say in your mind the name of the thing when you look at the image. So you look at this, that doesn't look like a real duck. That looks like a rubber duck. And so when you see that icon, you say rubber duck, rubber in your head. Look at this, you see glass. Oh, it's glass. It's a glass, but it's also glass. Plastic cup, it's plastic. That's what plastic is. And similarly, you look at this and you say hammer. Oh, that's the impact hammer. And so not only does it give you a shortcut sometimes, so because if this looked like a coil of something, it could be a coil of anything, right? But if they make you say the word rubber, then you know what it means. And similarly, this, now this is just an arbitrary tool. They really could have done whatever they wanted to with this, but they named it the impact hammer and they gave it a hammer icon, which means that, for instance, the characters in the game can say impact hammer, and you know what they're talking about because you've been thinking of it as a hammer because of the icon since you built one for the first time. And so they're basically reinforcing the language of the game by using icons that they're not using icons that don't make you think of a picture of the thing that you're getting. They're using icons that make you think of the name of the thing that you're getting. And that's a clever decision that is non-obvious. And somebody had to consciously make that choice, knowing what impact it would have on the player. And I think that's pretty impressive when somebody pulls that off. It's very easy to just sort of do the most obvious representative thing. And so sort of thinking through the player experience that deeply is kind of special.
Locked up tight, but you could tighten up security protocols all day, only for one disgruntled employee to program in his name for fun and mess it all up. Anyway, the overload code is 4735. Find that stabilizer map and scan it for me.
Oh boy. I was assigned to clean these towers out every time the guards rotated. And things I saw. Let's just say that keeping a watch on Sierra day in and day out did not make for a good time. I didn't envy those guards one bit.
4735. Oh, I don't have to memorize that. My character just does it. That's nice. Can I search stuff? Yes. Might as well while I'm here. So towers have these transmuters in them. Like if you need chemicals, for instance, you can turn something into chemicals. Wait, what does it say? It says it turns gears into chemicals. Yeah, so like if I've got gears, which I do, and I need chemicals, I can use this to do that. However, like I would need to come in prepared to do that and knowing what I need, and I often am not that prepared and do not come in knowing what I need. So I think if I were cleverer, I would find the transmuters more useful. But maybe there's going to be a point later on where it does become more obvious, like to me at a typical moment what I actually need from these places. Okay, so I'm looking for a map, am I? Will it be something obvious and highlightable? I assume it's in here. Am I in the right place? Like, does it show me? Oh, okay. It only shows me the route map from here. It doesn't show me the overall. Oh, wait, this right here. It's not highlighted, but it's scannable. Got it. So I got the map.
I got it. I'm overlaying the map with the available routes near you.
Okay. So I guess that's going to be
There
in
you
my
go.
car.
Found 3 sector stabilizers that'll do the job. They're not too far, so I've added the location to your route. The access road will lead you straight there once you're ready.
Okay, I don't quite have enough energy. So what I think I should do probably is go after these 2 energy sources before I leave. Which means, what's the best way to get there? I mean, I could go down this mountain straight. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think I even need to finish that discussion. I obviously need to go down this mountain straight. Obviously! What else would I do? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Whee! Okay, let's just try to avoid smashing into trees. That'll be expensive. Wait. I'm having second thoughts, but I'm having them too late. Let's turn. Okay. Let's be slightly more careful than I was going to be. Let's not Thelma and Louise this thing. Let's oh no. Let's I don't know what a good film example of someone driving down a steep hill is. Let's Jackie Chan it. Let's Jackie Chan this thing. Not Thelma and Louise it. Oh, there's so many cars here. Probably not very fruitful. Okay. Let's head back to the road. And there's a couple buildings up this way. Here we are. Oh, and a gas station. And a bunch of mannequins that are creepy. Might as well start at the gas station. Again, I don't know what kind of situation we're about to get into. But also, the gas tank is on the left side, and I don't know what I think I'm doing. I guess I'll turn around and go the other way. I just want to avoid these mannequins. They're freaking creepy. Yeah, so Daniel Sterlich wants to know how many materials we get by using the transmuter. So I haven't experimented with the transmuter yet. I don't know. However, the Ploth says that he's tried it and that it's kind of a random amount per transmuter. That it's unpredictable how much stuff you're going to get. So yeah, again, I haven't used a lot of gas, but I don't know how much I might in the future. So it's always good to top things off. And I don't want to come out of here empty-handed, so let's talk to the friendly dumpster. What the heck? A happy hare? The heck is a happy hare? So we've got the broken bunnies, but apparently... Oh, hands only. I can only hold it? Like, what does a happy hare do? I mean... I mean, if the broken bunnies make my car worse, does the happy hair make my car better? I really don't know. I'm going to put it on there and see what happens. It looks like... Wait a minute. Sometimes there's a... Oh, there's a back room, but I think I can get to it from another door. Nope. That's just a bathroom. Oh, Ploff says that it repairs my panels. Oh, so my car's actually getting... Oh, so do I need to put it on a specific panel? Like, say, if this panel is messed up? Oh, I don't think it's actually on the panel. I didn't have room to put it on the panel. Let me try to get out of here. Oh, wait. Hold on. How do I get in my car? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is healing my car. Well, that's neat. What a neat idea. Like, basically, they show me the broken ones. I learn how those... Oh, no. Just a second, buddy. They show me how those work. And how they're bad. And then they show me one that's not bad. And then it's up to me to figure out what to do with it. And so, I just tried to put it on. Actually, I don't think I got it on the right part. Let's see, can I just... I'm trying to see if I can... I assume I have to put it on the place that I want it to heal. Do I have to drive around first, maybe? Oh, so Pluff says it's actually based on just which half of the car it's on. Oh, weird. It doesn't stick to the door. It sticks to the whole car. All right, anyway. So we need to turn very, very right is what we need to do. So... we'll do that. So actually, you know what? It's the right side of my car that actually needs the most help. Let me quickly... I'm going to try one more thing. Oh, it did. It does look like it actually did heal a little bit. It just was... It's just slow. That's the problem. Okay, so this door is probably what needs the most help. So I'm going to stick that right there, and we'll see if that door gets better over time. In the meantime... let's get on the road again. So we're looking for another energy source up here. So Plav said that actually one time they had the a bunny attached to the front, a hair attached to the front and a hair attached to the back of their car at the same time, and they felt invincible. All right, let's run out to grab this stable energy. So, Pluff, am I correct in assuming that because we've got sort of the outer zone, the mid zone, and sort of the inner zone, that those are also the three sources of the energy that I can get? That stable energy is from the outer zone, and that unstable energy is from sort of the mid zone, and the corrupted energy is from the middle? It's from, like, the deepest area? Okay, and so then we've got one more that's just up ahead. Oh, whoops. I thought I was skirting around that, but I guess not. And if I needed to flee, you'll notice there are exits on my map now. Now that I've got enough energy, those little diamonds are here, meaning that I have exits on my map. So if I needed to flee, if something had gone horribly wrong with me, I totally could now, because I've collected that energy. So this is why I collect the energy early and often, is so that if there's an emergency, I can you know, trigger the exit and get out of here. But, so far, things have been pretty peaceful. Okay, yeah, so Pluff says that yes, you can, that actually stable energy and unstable energy are both available in the mid-zone. But yeah, the mid-zone is more dangerous, and so you have to be careful. That was my expectation, that basically you take more risk. Oh no. You take more risk going into the mid-zone. but at the same time, there's more reward, right? That makes sense. But that actually is good that you can still get. Oh gosh, everything is hitting me right now. You can still get stable energy in the mid zone, so you basically aren't required to go back to the early areas just to collect stable energy for things that need stable energy. Like, you can keep getting it, even as you progress. Presuming that it's useful. If it's not useful in the mid-game, then whatever. Maybe that's annoying. I don't know. Either way, we definitely have enough energy now, so I'm going to keep going. Now, I could still max it out if I wanted to, but I think for right now, in the interest of time, we will attempt to make our way to the exit. So I'm going to turn left here. And actually, it looks like Bun Bun over here. Should I call him Bugs? He has fixed that back door. So I'll put him on the front again, so he can start healing my bumper. This is great. I'm betting I can't keep him, but I love him. He is my new best friend. Also, he's making it difficult for me to see, and maybe my exact placement of him as a hood ornament was not the best move. Oh, interesting. So the Ploff says that the mid zone features abductors, like the guys who sort of grab my car and try to drag it around. That they've got abductors that can actually take individual pieces. Oh, looks like we just ran out of him. Or maybe I just hit something. I don't know. Anyway, they've got abductors that can take individual pieces off your car. Oh no, yeah, he's still there. We just knocked him off. But yeah, taking individual pieces off your car, that sounds like a bit of a disaster. I'm not gonna... Ooh. Pry bar. Anytime there's a lock, feels like something good's about to happen. Let's see what this thing has. I could gas up again, but I'm feeling like this isn't super necessary, since I already did just gas up. I mean, I don't have maximum gas, but, you know, whatever, right? Gonna grab all the stuff in here. Okay, so yeah, so the Ploff says you actually have to chase down abductors and pry things out of their tentacles. That sounds fun the first 2 or 3 times. After that, I hope there's some way to defend against it. Anyway, let's empty out our inventory here. Dumpster pearl. I love dumpster pearls. And then let's grab this little friend and stick him in a different spot. Left. I keep forgetting which button does it. But yeah, he is definitely healing the front of my car. Okay, so I still need to basically just drive straight ahead. So we'll do that. This might be a bad plan. Yup. So I was wondering, that had happened to me before, an explosion from hitting those guys. But I had imagined that it might have only been like certain ones that explode or something. So I thought I would try again. But yeah, it looks like basically they always explode. So we're not going to do that anymore. Oh, hey, Airy Twitch, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the Ploff is pointing out that actually the first time this thing fell off was when I hit a barrel. So it sounds like I might not even have to hit the thing itself. I might not need to like hit the hair off itself. Maybe if I just collide with something too hard, it can get jostled loose. Which actually, if that's true, it makes me wonder if maybe my solution to the bunnies has always been to get out of the car and shave them off the car. But maybe what I should do in some cases is just hit something with the car, and maybe that'll knock them loose. Let me know if that's actually a valid strategy. Wait. Ploff says that the tourists can be moved off the road by throwing a flare, and they'll move? The tourists will move if you throw a flare. Really? That sounds creepy as heck. I honestly don't know if I want to see that. Alright, so we'll head out this exit and then see what this next thing entails. We've got about 35 minutes. Ploff says he hasn't tried to shake the bunnies off. By the way, I'm betting this is why my antenna has got 3 charges on it instead of 2, so that we could do this mission. Because when I upgraded my antenna to do 2 charges, it didn't give me 2, it gave me 3. And I think it's because they needed to be able to give me an additional mission past the town. And so they needed to justify that I had that capability. All right, we'll be using our headlights at some point, probably. And it looks like I've got escape routes planned.
The woods there can be a bit of a maze. If you get lost, follow the pipes. The limb tech in those stabilizers ran so damn hot, only more limb tech could contain it from complete meltdown.
Okay, so it looks like we got to hit these 3 locations. And it looks like the easiest one to escape from might be the middle one, except I think I'm probably too close to the exit. But either way, I'm close to the road. So I think what I might want to do is hit the one I've just highlighted, then hit this one.
It's my turn to give you an explanation about the mass hallucination event that Tobias and Francis were going on about. But don't worry, I won't be nearly as long-winded, because there honestly isn't much that we know about it. It happened on the morning of September 14th, 1961. My colleague, Dr. James Kay, was conducting experiments at a highly classified site in the Deep Zone. He was assisted by my husband, Dr. Alan Turner. At 0400, their experiment unleashed a gamma-ray surge that instantly killed both of them. The surge was an impossible amount of energy, orders of magnitude greater than any man-made source. It also triggered hallucinations in anyone awake within a 10-mile radius.
It was a burst of widespread insanity, but only for a short moment.
Huh, I expected to find a pneumatic thing here. But it looks like it's just, like, radio equipment. Which isn't bad, not going to complain. And this can give you some valuable gases. But not always. That's what you look at. If you need to repair an impact hammer, I think that's what you look for. Oh! Right. I guess the car was slowly moving. Okay. Fine. 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 Stop it. Alright. We're going to keep going, but we got to take a right turn onto a dirt road. Somewhere up ahead. So, yeah, Ploff is telling me that apparently the tourists will even move around while you're watching them if you pay attention. That's, you know... Am I going to stop and scavenge that? Oh, actually, I think I need to turn left around here anyway. It's like, is it here? Is this where I need to turn? This doesn't feel right. Oh, wait, no, it's not left. It's right. I need to turn right. Okay, I got all turned around. I need to turn right. Where is this? I guess maybe that's what the light is there for, is to mark the entrance to the road, maybe? Is this... No, I've turned around. Where the heck is this road? Maybe I just went too early. It's a little bit hard to tell sometimes where your arrow is. Maybe I just turned too early and it's a little bit further up ahead. So let's theorize that. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this obvious dirt road. I'm sitting here trying to screw around in the forest. There's a dirt road right up here. It's dark. I'm sorry. All right. So take a little switch back over here. The flickery headlights are going to bug me. Oh, electrical thing. Luckily, I'm insulated, which means most of the car doesn't take that much damage from electricity. That's good. And look at these lights. Normally, these lights mark pneumatic tubes, but I think that they no longer do. So I've scavenged enough of them. I'm not worried about needing more. So it looks like this tower here is what I'm looking for. Oh, they've got a little parking space for me and everything. This is nice. Nice and convenient. All right. I am in the right place, yes. All right, let's get some light going. And where is the entrance exactly? I thought maybe that thing might have been the entrance, but nope. Oh, here's another thing I can enter, at least. It's not the entrance, but it's an entrance. All right. Where? Oh, haha, door, right here. Turn it on.
You know, 30 seconds of hallucinations sure didn't feel short when I was free falling through outer space. Heck of a ride, though. Did you know the rings of Saturn sing?
I saw disembodied arms. Tons of them. They were grasping and crawling.
And, what about you, Oppie? What did you see?
I saw nothing.
How is that possible? Everybody else saw something.
Must have passed me by. I don't know what to tell you.
But were you working in your lab that night?
And weren't you supposed to be doing your research rather than keeping track of my whereabouts?
Okay. Wow. Touchy.
Okay, so that sounded like a lie. So I'm going to turn around. Can I just turn around like this? Yeah, there's room. I'm going to turn around, go back up the same road, and then take the other turn off. Is this way? Is this where? No, I'm... Where is the... I can't find the road again! Okay, I need to go to the left. I am bad at finding roads, apparently. Okay, if I keep going this way, I'm sure I will intersect it. Is... Still not it? No, 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 wait. Is this... This is it. Okay, yes, I am on the road. Ha! It's so hard to see. This is part of, I mean, this is part of the challenge of the game on purpose, right? Like, you're trying to drive under less than ideal circumstances.
Now that we know the remnants were connected to the mass hallucination, maybe we can figure out what caused it.
Oh boy, do I have theories.
Don't start. Dr. K and Alan clearly uncovered some new way of using Lim to motivate that gamma ray burst.
Oh, yes, precisely. Where do gamma rays come from? But outer space.
Feedback on planet Earth, kid. There are plenty of terrestrial sources of gamma rays. Thunderstorms, for example.
No. You said it yourself. The energy levels from that night were much greater than anything we've seen on Earth.
Sure, but going straight to aliens when there's
Countless perfectly scientific possibilities. Perhaps Dr. K and Alan developed a limb-assisted mass particle collision. Or, heck, tapped into some sort of gamma ray reservoir.
A reservoir? Or a portal?
A portal. To where exactly?
To Atlantis.
Of course! Now why didn't I think of that? That's absolutely absolutely it.
All right. So now we're headed up the other dirt path. This one a little longer. Wait, what's that? What was that noise? You know what? Don't want to know. By the way, I do love in a game like this what you can do with sound design to make a place seem scarier than it actually is. Just unexplained noises, but not just unexplained noises with stereo to them, with like location to them. Because if you just hear a general unexplained noise, it's easy to sort of just dismiss it as ambiance. But if it's got directionality to it, you think you're supposed to locate it. Like your brain starts trying to figure out, wait, where is the thing? And it makes it into a thing in your imagination. And not just a noise. Fancy car. Normally I would stop and investigate the fancy car. Making bad decisions. Ploff says he thinks my engine has an issue. I agree. Yes, there is definitely an issue on my engine. I think it requires like, I think it was like a busted spark plug. I think it requires like an electrician's kit, and I think I just didn't feel like using an electrician's kit. So I haven't fixed it yet. I'm basically being as lazy with this car as I am with my car in real life. My car in real life, also the engine light is on right now, and I haven't done anything about it.
Hey, Oppie, you've never cared about any of the zone's stories and superstitions. So, why now? What's in this for you?
What I do is not and has never been any of your business.
You're asking us to trust you, so yes, it's our business now.
How about this? You two sign off and count orbs or whatever it is you like to do, and I'll get the driver to the mass hallucination source myself.
Excuse me?
No. Tobias found this remnant. This is his discovery.
Sure. And I'll send you a nice gift basket to mark the occasion. But I won't let anyone interfere with this.
Okay, so there's a lot of different ways I could go. I could drive down the hill again.
To hell with that! We either throw everything we can at this thing, or we lose this chance, and the answers to the mass hallucination are gone forever.
This isn't like one of your little Sasquatch hunts. I'm not letting you get your tinfoil pseudoscience anywhere near this. This is too damn important to me.
It sure didn't seem too important earlier, when you messed up and nearly killed the driver.
You want to play that game? You really want to talk about our track records?
Screw you, Oppie.
I'd rather run this remnant into the ground than work with either of you.
Oh, forget it. We're wasting our breath with this old bat. There's gotta be another way.
She's out of her mind. I can't do this.
Look, if you want to waste your precious time picking apart bird droppings and squinting at constellations, by all means, follow their lead. I we're better off without them, trust me. I'll get you through no matter what. This really is my last chance.
I do really like how well they've sort of let you, how well they sort of let you get to know these characters that you never ever see in person. I mean, you see these folks even less than like the characters in, say, Firewatch. All right, so I think I'm looking for a right turn off this road. Or that's was looking at my driving and saying, "Oh, that's why you take the bus." Yeah. So I've mentioned before that I take the bus to the office, which is like basically that's my sort of. Oftentimes it's my time to watch TV. Lately it's been my time to listen to audiobooks. I'll usually I've been catching up on the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. So I'll listen to that while playing. I'll listen to that like on my phone, while also playing Into the Breach on my phone. Is sort of my habit. I should probably at some point make a different habit just so that I can get exposed to more games and things. But for now, while I've still got the Stormlight Archive to read, it's really nice because I'm so used to playing Into the Breach, I'm so familiar with it that I can play it while listening to a book. Whereas there's a lot of games where I would need to pay more attention and I would need to be more sort of absorbed in the game. So I don't think I've scanned those green splotches yet. And I should at some point. Oh, I do not want to drive through that thing in here. For a while I thought I needed to scan the splotch itself, and I would try and it wouldn't work. But I just realized I think those green splotches, those bright glowing green splotches, I think they have that like gravity lens effect in the middle of them. I've just noticed it. I've seen that a few times. It might be on all of them, and I just haven't noticed until now, or made the connection. If that's true, then maybe it's the gravity lens that I have to, or whatever that thing is. It looks like a gravity lens to me. Whatever that thing is, maybe that's what I have to scan in order to record and name those. Wait, am I going the right way? Yeah. In order to record and name those green glowing radiation effects. But that would mean walking right into the radiation effect, which is sort of not my favorite idea. Not that I don't walk into radiation all the time in this game. I mean, to be fair. Okay, I seem to be on the wrong side of this. Hard to see. Use a flare, you say? Why would I do that?
All right, we're in business. The stabilizers are coming online, and the way looks clear, but I'm also getting spikes. The stability in your region is tanking.
Get out of there. Fast.
Okay, so there's one particular exit I need to take. Okay, so I need to go... Okay, well, the other one would have been smarter. I guess I need to go straight ahead, down the hill. All right. Let's go straight ahead, down the hill. See if that works. Because, yeah, the storm is starting. And, man, none of the routes out of here are good. Oh, this is... Okay, look. Maybe mistakes were made. No. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Let's say, I look... Oh, no, now I'm on the other side of the barrier. No, I do not want to be on the other side of a barrier. I want to be on the road side of the barrier. Is this a gap? No, it's not a gap. Holy crap. Let me back in. Okay, there we go. All right, just follow this road and turn right at the fork at the end. Okay, the T intersection. Okay, so they deliberately built this place so that no matter where I was, it would be inconvenient to get to the exit. In fact, I'm betting they have different exits. Like, I think... I don't remember where the exits were on my map originally. They may have just chosen one of those, like, 3 existing exits, and they probably chose the one that was furthest from wherever I was. So, like, if I had decided to do that last one... Wait, am I in the right? Yes. Oh, whoa. Luckily, I'm ready for electricity. If I had chosen to do the top thing last instead of the middle one... Okay, I don't want to leave the car now, by the way, because it's all radioactive. You can see that on the little electricity in the middle of the screen there. That's telling me that there's radiation out there. And if I step out of the car, I'm in trouble. So it's not hitting any bunnies or anything. What was I saying a second ago? I forgot. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I bet that if I had chosen a different order for those, they would have chosen a different exit. They would still be far away from me. So that no matter what, I have to kind of make a desperate drive. Because part of me was thinking, oh man, if I just chosen the top one last, I would be close to the exit. But I'm betting that's not the case. I'm betting they would have chosen a different way out. Okay. My engine is not doing as much work as I expect it to. And I think maybe the issue... Okay, so my car is getting all sparkly. And so maybe that's why it's slow, but it could also be slow because maybe the fault in my engine has gotten worse. I don't know. But we've succeeded at that, and maybe this is going to give me an inroad into the mid-zone. Let's see if that's what this means.
luck out there. The sector stabilizers are fully operational. You've got a straight shot toward the expansion wall. One more thing. You may want to consider armoring up a bit.
Once you cross that wall, the mid-zone is another beast altogether.
So yeah, so I've got these insulated doors. I don't have insulated panels. So I think whenever I think I did still take a little bit of damage each time I hit electricity because not everything in my car was insulated. I'm curious what's next. Aha! I've got some kind of story mission in here. But it's not clear how I'm supposed to get there. And maybe that will become clear later? Yeah, maybe I probably need to just do a few more normal missions. And actually, oh, notice, by the way, there's very few of these locations that are reachable that are not inside a cloud of some kind. I wonder if maybe what they want me to do is practice in these clouds first before I go into the mid zone. Because these will probably be tougher versions of the outer zone, and that might be worthwhile. So maybe that'll be a thing that I need to do. But first things first, got to say hi to my friend, the friendly dumpster. What? That's it? Really, man? Okay, fine. So yeah, we've got a lot of problems with the car. I think that I've got backup bumpers and headlights, though. So let me look in here and see. Yeah, I got backup bumpers and headlights. Oh, we need to get rid of all my resources first. Let's do that. Actually, you know what? That's the boring part of this. What we should do is look at what technology I can unlock. Like, for instance, the investigator module. That's something I could probably unlock. What else is there that I could unlock? I could do insulated headlights, so when I hit those electrical things, I could have a version of my headlights that can survive it better. I could... What else could I make? I could put a new seat rack on the car, because I think, you know what, I might have some technology already built that I need a new seat rack to install. So maybe that's worth doing. I think I could get a lead-acid battery, which I think that might go on the roof. Is that roof mounted? I'm not sure. So it might... Okay, so I think lead-acid battery and an additional seat rack are probably what I'm most... Okay, oh, actually, so Ploff says lead-acid battery is actually back seat mounted. So, and Ploff, by the way, says that next mission that's marked on my map right now is actually a pretty fun mission. Let me see. I want to remember what piece of equipment it was that I had. I've got... Oh, the auto parker. That's right. I've got a tool that will automatically park the car when I stop it so that I don't need to do it myself. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I need to make that beeping stop. Lore. Wait, what? Hey, don't devalue the lives of Canadians. Okay. So actually, that doesn't seem like... I mean, parking the car is actually kind of fun. So let's say... So I could get the investigator module, but I think maybe what I want is a new seat rack. And that would be installed. I can't remember which side I already installed one in. I think it was... Yeah, I installed an extra fuel can there. An extra fuel tank there. Which is actually why I was going through fuel so slowly. Was because I have so much extra fuel in the car. So now I've got another mounting spot. But rather than mounting the auto parker there, I think what I'll probably do is grab the lead-acid battery. Presuming I can make it. Now, it could be that I actually don't have what it takes to build this thing. Let's have a look. Let's look at batteries. Lead platelets. Okay, so I do not have lead platelets. And that might, like, I've only ever found 4 of those. So I'm betting there's something that maybe I'll find more often in the mid-zone. So since I don't have that, I guess I will grab the auto parker. And install it here. I just threw it instead of installing it. That's not very clever. Install. That's the right trigger. There we go. So now I've got the auto parker, so my car will actually park properly. That will be lovely. And I think that might be all the stable energy I can actually spend right now. Yeah, I'm down to 0.1 stable energy, so that's all the stable energy. So I'm going to spend some time repairing my vehicle, getting it up and running again, and then I'm going to do some missions probably in some of those more dangerous areas. Maybe I'll find a chance to stream those. Maybe I'll wait until the next big story event, or I don't know what I'm going to do. But it has been really fun hanging out with you all and playing this game. I still absolutely love this game, and if anything, the fact that I'm planning to slow down the rate at which I stream is going to hopefully give me more opportunities to play it myself, and I'm looking forward to that. So let me see. I'm sure I've missed a bunch in the chat, so let me look back just a little bit before we go. Let's see here. So yeah, No One Mai was commenting a little while ago about the fact that this is a lavishly atmospheric game. That's a really good way to put it. It's like you just kind of can't separate your brain from where you are. Like you are so grounded in the world and everything is so tactile. It makes just like even sort of the smallest elements of the atmosphere hit harder because you're just feeling it on every level of your senses, which is really cool. So Plav says, I was caught in the red zone for a while during a gate run once, which is, the storm collapses and you end up caught in the green zone first, which is radioactive. The car is mostly fine, but you will get killed quickly if you leave the car. But then when the red zone hits, you're going to get killed very quickly if you leave the car. And the car is taking damage more quickly too. And he says that his car looked like the surface of the moon when he was caught in the red zone. So the tank was trying to sort of wrap his head around like what this game's about. He says, so you'd like drive into an exclusion zone and stabilize it? It's actually almost the opposite. You find stable-ish zones in this exclusion zone. You drive in, you scavenge stuff, and then oh, hold on. I have to go. I'm going to decline this, but then I'm going to join it again. I'm getting a call on Slack. I have to actually go and do something. So we're just going to end this conversation right now. Sorry about that, everybody. But I've got work to do. So there's a subscribe button. Here's links to other videos. And thank you all for hanging out with me. And we'll see more of this game later on, probably.